Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of DIY Speed. I don't know why I'm holding this, but I am. That's a aluminum block Chevy LS. It doesn't weigh very much, but it does weigh something. I should put this down. Welcome to another episode of DIY Speed. Oh!
Well, just cover it with a bucket.
Yeah. Sploosh. Oh, this is the 2 times concentrated flavor. I heard guys are cutting it like 25% water. And then I saw a dude online who's like, no, I used 100% PineSol, but I'm pretty sure you did not use the 2 times concentrated dark piss color. That really, hold on, let me pull another one out so we can view this together. This is a visual experience that we're having together. When you're on the side of the highway and you see a piss jug and it's this color, phew, that buddy wasn't long on this earth, man. Woo!
Oh my god.
The question is, what are we going to do with this when we're done? The shop's going to smell like this for a long time.
I think we're gonna clean the floor.
Right. Well, you know, in the context of stuff that we breathe in, from brake dust to brake clean, this isn't bad. This is how we'll live longer. Fuck with the PineSol.
This is a whole lot better than the gas fumes that we do smell every other night.
Oh no, we didn't get to that portion of the night yet, but we'll get there. We got to pour fuel out of the Harbor Freight can into this car, so that it will run and drive. I think now I can see what else I could find fits in here that we could clean off at the same time. For Schlitz and giggles, this is the cam sprocket off that engine. You can see how filthy it is. And let's go ahead and just leave that in line as long and see what happens. This is the rear main. What's going on with my voice? This is the rear main. These generally warp and they say you're not supposed to reuse them, but we're probably going to reuse it because that's how things are done around here. Oh, that's not going to fit. Oh yeah, we'll just flip it in the morning. Oh, look at this chain. This will never get reused, but I just want to see what it looks like when we take it out. A little rust on it. We'll just set you in there, buddy. An oil pump. I just lifted the engine for the intro. This is easy. Oh no, this is heavy.
It's a bunch of metal with a bunch of liquid. It's not going to be light.
Each piston's like 8 pounds. It seems like 642 grams. No, that's not a pound. Just take one out. Oh, dude, look at that. Hadn't been there.
Look on the bottom.
Hadn't been there but a few minutes.
Huh. Chalk is almost gone.
Well, that was the number one. There was never a lot of chalk on it to begin with. It's also, these moves around a lot more than they should have. There's some really old, nasty fuel in this bucket that needs to go inside of this car because this car needs to go home. And that's the only gas in the shop. Here. Welcome to the workbench. Don't worry, those will buff out.
Whoops.
You want to make sure you slide the battery across the hood of the car. So, huh? Here. Keep one hand on this. Because it's not. I mean, it's 55 PS. I can smell the gas from here. Wafting. Right, so we put the positive over on this one. There's like so many more connections on this, probably for fuel sender and the.
Okay, so before you connect it,
Woo!
And before I hold
ready
it
to
again,
party.
hold on. Battery, bucket,
Fuel
pump.
This is a mobile fuel station.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds like it's pumping. Putting air in tires and getting this car out of the shop so we have the space. Because this is done. The end of the road here for this with the gold car for now is it needs to go back from whence it came. So air up the tire that doesn't hold air for more than a couple of days. Air up the tire that holds air for a couple of weeks at a time. And then we put enough gas where it should run. It should do everything we need it to. And I started it the other day. So that overnight battery charge did the trick.
My question is, before you start the compressor,
Yeah.
if we get rid of the car,
Yeah.
what shelf are we going to use for the water?
Sadly, it will sit on the ground. Maybe it'll go in the fridge where it belongs. Blah, blah, blah. It is sometime at night, and we need to go empty out this truck. As you can see, the F-250 is burdened with many pounds of heavy, heavy bags. The only problem is that it's dead. And if you remember the last fiasco, which was probably recorded but not published, the last time we borrowed this truck, I lost the keys and ruined the whole night.
It's on my channel.
So the goal is, nice, go to DIY RCS to watch that. The goal is not to lose the keys, to get it started because the battery's dead, and to limp it because it's a piece of junk, to limp it to the garbage can to dump, and then back here. So without further ado, the F-250. Okay, we're here. We're ready to do things. We got jumper cables. They might arc out. I think this battery's too dead to arc anything, so we'll hook it up first.
Want to test it out?
I twisted the key, nothing happened before, buddy.
Hey, you want to test it out if it arcs?
So you want to put the red to the negative and the black to the positive so that they arc out and melt the battery. That's generally the best way you want to go about this.
Aw.
Just
Needs a minute.
the positive ions need to make their way over to the dead battery. Give it another minute and it should be ready.
Well, that's running.
Yes, you have to scream whenever the pumps are on. As that last tire is inflating, we will prepare ourselves to rid the shop of this gruesome vehicle. It's a piece of junk, and it shall go from whence it came. But I'm not going to start it until the doors open because I'm done breathing exhaust fumes for the night. The F2 shitty is brutal.
The shitty?
Yeah, it is brutal. That thing's belching black smoke out of the exhaust. It is dead rich, and most of it leaks into the porous cab because of all the weight reduction holes. So, oh man. Yeah, it takes a few minutes to recover after driving in it for 15. Yeah. Anyways, that's what we're doing, and once this car's out, we're gonna move the Tahoe back outside and move the engine stuff over to this area. And basically, we gotta see what the super clean has done, but I want to move this car out first.
We just did something.
We did a lot of things.
Whee!
We dumped, we reloaded, we parked, we opened up space. We were a valet shuttle for a moment, and we shuttled all of the vehicles out. And now there's all the space. It's actually really nice. Space all over. do whatever we want. It's only like 12:45 in the morning, so there's time still to start another project. So I think we're gonna go back to something we started a few hours ago.
Can we check up on the...
You smell that? You smell that? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 gallons of PineSol. The air is thick with PineSol. You know, I would argue it's an improvement of everything we've done tonight, including the dump water that's on my sleeve.
Want to reveal?
Oh, we revealed. Fuck. So, we have made some space and brought out our new workstation. This set of heads needs to live in PineSol. As you can see, it has had a very varnished life. I don't know what accent, that fell apart right there. But that would clean up. Yeah, these are gonna live in some PineSol.
Isaac! We have drinks! Seriously? You don't want to cut nicely?
All right, fast forward into the future. Welcome. Close this door.
Ooh, so much lighter in here.
So much brighter in here. All right, so I figured this contraption out. I only had to redo it like 6 times, 7 times, maybe a dozen times. But yes, we're pulling the valves out of this. I already got the keepers, 2 little keepers, out of this side, which we take a look over here. Intake exhaust? Yeah, something like that. I have no idea. Doesn't matter either. Little valve, big valve. You know, after 7 sets of valves being removed, we have developed a technique which should become standard in the industry of how to remove the keepers from the valves. So first, let me just get this tightened down.
Question is, we did this now a few times.
This is a patented.
We did this now a few times. Will it work this time as well?
It's a good question. I hope it does.
Just make sure to go deep enough.
All right, please join me here on a festivity.
But are you deep enough?
Yes,
take the impact. No, take the impact. I'm the pro at this.
All right.
I did this twice.
All right. All right, buddy. All right. Show the customers. Show the customer. All right, customer. See, these valves are stuck. Hold on. The keepers are stuck. They're depressed. They're open. And in order to get the keepers out, you need the valve, which here's an example here of a valve. When it's open, it needs to be closed in order for the keepers to come out. So what you want to do is you want to take your mallet and you want to smack it nice and hard till you get a click out of it, and it's gonna blow the keepers right out of it, so you don't have to fish for them when you flip it back over. So demonstrate, my good sir. Not a keeper to be found. That was patented. This is DIY Speed trademark 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. That's patented.
Walkie.
Yeah, it's not good. That's not good for tools. So I've heard. Whoops.
It's 2 a.m.
Yes.
What do you do at 2 a.m.?
I will not clean up after myself. I will do the bare minimum and go to sleep.
What do we do at 2 a.m.? Lord knows. Fine. Whatever. It's 2 a.m. What do we do at 2 a.m.?
We have to drive an illegal vehicle back to our side of town, and then we're going to sleep.
Allegedly illegal.
Allegedly. It's got a plate on it. I don't know whose plate it is. 2 a.m. outro. I look like 2 a.m., don't I? I feel like 2 a.m. Let's walk through the different things that we've done tonight. Starting with the most recent accomplishments, which is breaking down these heads. The only thing left to do is pull these broken off studs, which they'll come out. we have experience with that. There's one bolt here that I have no idea what it does, and it's a hex. It's a plug of some sort. So that's good. Those are ready to live in some PineSol, but I don't have a container that will hold enough PineSol for them to soak in at this moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's another night. It's Saturday night, live at the DIY Speed Shop. And we were up late, pretty late Thursday night. Got some cool stuff done. We're going to do it all over again tonight. Tonight, it's a 2-for-1 video here, there, guys. Not only did we ruin this set of heads in that aluminum block, we're going to do the same thing to another set of heads and an iron block tonight. We're also going to take a look at what we have under this black bag here. You know, it's been soaking for, well, 36 hours, almost 40 hours. So let's take over the cover of Doom. I should put gloves on before I touch that. They don't look that clean. They're clean. They need to be scrubbed. We got to do some scrubbing. That's much cleaner. Okay. All right, gloves. Whew. So I have gloves on so that I don't reek like PineSol for the rest of the night. As you can see, it did a tremendous job cleaning up this surface. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, now that just... Yeah, that's all ready to come off. So that needs to be scrubbed a little bit, which means that we're going to have to do some organizing. So we got to pull out all of these. Look how clean that ended up from the varnished, nasty look that it was.
Can you put it on your hand so focus?
What it is now. Look at it. Look at it. How much carbon it's gotten off these valves. That's pretty.
Insane.
That's pretty cool. Doesn't seem to have damaged it, so let's go ahead and pick up one of these. First of all, my crude marker is still on there, but
look at the line now.
Yeah. I mean, you could say it might have cleaned something. It did a tremendous job. So the top of these are not clean. I was thinking maybe I should flip them upside down, but I don't even know if I'm going to do that. I think this was just an experiment to see if it would damage the pistons or not. It doesn't look like it has, so we'll call that a success. So yeah, basically what needs to happen is I need to have a place to put these, to store them so they don't get messed up. It's going to be a few days before we actually go back and do anything to them. Right, so the tools that we have listed here, this is maybe an interesting view for you guys. I want to give you the overhead. Here's the PineSol soak bucket, all the parts from that aluminum block. We got 2 cans of brake cleaner, and I have a drill. The drill are going to help us clean these valves off quickly. So what you do is you drop the valve, and I saw this as like a YouTube short, so I can't say whether or not that's correct. I think you need to lubricate this a little bit, so we're going to lubricate it with brake clean. That's probably the wrong thing to do, and these aren't the right pads. Walmart didn't have the red Scotch pads, but yeah, you just stick it in there and give it a little swirl, and that looks like brand new. And that's pretty much a cleaned off valve. So now give it a little spray. Look how shiny that is. Give it a little spray. You can see the pitting on these. So I don't think we're going to reuse these. Let's see, does the camera pick that up? So being as pitted as they are, I would go ahead and say, like, you don't want to use these valves. Like, you could turn them and maybe get, but that's significant pitting. So
is there even a point in cleaning all these?
I just want to take a look, see if they're all, like, not all, but like, we'll just see if how many are like that. And just for shits and giggles, we're probably not going to use these valves, and we're not going to clean them all because of it. Matter of fact, most of the stuff's not going to get reused, I don't think so. Still some carbon on the bottom of that. I bet I could clean that off if I tried. Woo!
I'm the one that drops everything. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, that caught my finger just a little bit. Anyways, that carbon's not coming off of there. We could spray it clean. Take a look at this one. I didn't do as good of a job apparently cleaning it. Well, that's fine. There's no pitting really on this. Take a look at that. So like, could we
slightly, but not
could
much.
we reuse that valve? Yeah.
These things, do you buy them in a set or do you buy them one at a time?
You could buy them individually, but buy them in a set.
So there's not even a point in
having a single valve, other than just saying, oh, if I need a valve for whatever reason, here's a valve that I could just use. But yeah, I don't think we need to keep these. I think we're just going to put new valves in it. That being said, I'm not going to throw them out in case I need them. The springs as well. We'll buy a valve and spring kit. All right, well, we're about done. We got the pistons cleaned off, stored nicely inside of a tote where they won't get destroyed. The other parts that we soaked were kind of just for the hell of it to see what would happen. We're not going to be reusing the valves and springs and stuff that went in there. So for now, that's basically it. We got to tear that 6-liter short block down to do the exact same thing. You don't need to see that twice. So let's call it a wrap. We got a video for this week, and next week we'll continue doing the exact same thing, just more of the progression. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell your family about it. Remember, this is a family show. So come back next week. I'll see you then. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. Tell your friends about the channel. Tell your parents. Sit down and watch it with your family. We're a family show after all. Thanks for watching.